Okay, Mr. Shenhin, Mr. Shenhin here, Shenhin, my boy Shenhin. Hi, Shenhin. Can you tell me your first step? Can you turn on your mic? Hi, Shenhin.
喂，
喂，Hi，食咗早餐未啊？
未
未食，我都係啊，大家都未食啦。好，而家拍緊片啦，嗱，威一次啊。Tell me how you do the question. How can you find theta, cosine theta without using a calculator?
嗯
Hi，
頭先我自己做嗰時，我用咗計數。
without using a calculator, or sir, throw your calculator away. Okay, so let's do it in this way. Sine theta equals to 3 to 5, so the ratio is 3 to 5. That means one side in the triangle is equal to 3k, another side equals to 5k. Tell me which side equals to 3k.
Opposite side
Opposite side, which side then in ABC in terms of ABC? A is 3k, then which side is 5k?
C
C is 5k, so how could you find B?
3K square plus 3D square equal to 5K.
How could you get this result? By using There's theorem. Thank you, my boy. Thank you. Okay, so B is equal to 4K, I suppose. Okay, so once you get it is equal to 4K, Adrian, can you help me to find cosine theta? What is cosine theta?
4k divided by 5k.
Thank you very much. Is equal to 4 over 5. Very good. Okay, so part B is yourself. Okay, do it yourself at home. I don't want to talk about that. Any question about this part? Okay, if no, then I want to talk about the trigonometric ratio. So the further practice, you can do it at home yourself. Okay, I want to talk about one more section. So could you please turn your notes to page 9 if you're okay, okay? So I have told you there are a total of 5 important identities in this chapter. And we have learned the first one, which is the sine theta over cosine theta. Okay, so I will demonstrate one more time here. In this triangle, sine theta is equal to B over C. Cosine theta is A over C. And tangent theta is equal to B over A. Okay, when you want to find sine theta over cosine theta, so you will just use sine theta B over C divided by A over C. Then you flip it, cancel it out, B over A, so you find that equals to tangent theta. You get the first important identity, tangent theta equals to sine theta over cosine theta. Okay? And then the second one is talk about sine square theta plus cosine square theta. This is very, very important. Okay, no matter you are studying in Form 3 or in senior form or you study in M1 or M2, this is very important. Let's take a look. Sine square theta. Okay, so you have B over C squared. Cosine square theta, that means cosine theta, and then you square it. So you will have this result. In numerator, you'll have B squared plus A squared. 唔經緯, could you tell me what is B squared over A squared? How can I simplify it in this triangle? A square 加 B square 其實可以點樣化簡佢啊？Okay, maybe not here. Okay, so Felix Ho. What is A square plus B square? In this right angle triangle, what is A square plus B square? Hi, Felix. Hi. Difficult? Sing, can you tell me? Can you help me a little bit? A square plus B square equals to what?
C square.
C square. How could you know that?
Using Pythagoras theorem.
Yes, very good. Equals to C square. A square plus B square is C square by using Pythagoras theorem. So you cancel it out. It's equal to 1. No matter what value you have here, sine square plus cosine square would always equals to 1. Sine 二次加 cosine 二次等於1. No matter which triangle you have. For example, it is 30 degree. Okay? Then you will have sine third square 30 degree plus cosine square 30 degree. Okay? Sine square 30 degree is ugly. Cosine square 30 degree is ugly, but you add them up, it's always equals to 1. Okay? So, you have this identity here. The other two formula, I will talk about that later, so I will reserve it later. But here, at this moment, you should know two important identity. The first one, sine over cosine equals to tangent. The second, sine 二次加 cosine 二次會等於1。呢兩條就係最緊要嗰兩條公式 identity. Follow? Alright, so let's do some simplification problem. Okay, first of all, you need to simplify this. 1 minus cosine square theta equals to 1. I have 1, I have cosine square theta. You can think of which identity? Identity 1 or identity 2? Identity 2, right? So let's write it out. Sine square plus cosine square theta equals to 1. This time, I want 1 minus cosine square theta. So you move this to the right-hand side. You will have the first important identity. Sine square theta equals to 1 minus cosine square theta. So what is 1 minus cosine square theta? Is equal to sine square theta. Okay, in the numerator, there are 2 sine theta, and the denominator, there is 1 sine theta, so you cancel it out. You will have 1 sine theta left. Okay, congratulations, you can type now, finally. Okay, congratulations. Okay, so this is the first variation. Okay, 其中一種變化型. You can drop it down yourself. You can memorize sine square plus cosine square equals to 1, but you need to know how to change it into sine square theta equals to 1 minus cosine square. Okay? And talk about the section B, sine theta times tangent theta plus cosine theta. Oh, a lot of sine, cosine, tangent here. We need to simplify it. Okay, so Felix, finally you can come back. You come back. Okay, so tell me, how would you simplify this? What is your first step?
轉做分數先。
轉做咩分數啊 ？Sin theta over 1啊？Just kidding. Tell me your step. Change. Yeah, which one you will change it into fraction? Sine, cosine, or tangent?
Sine 同埋 tangent。
Tangent. Okay, so tangent theta, how would you change it into fraction? Tangent theta equals to what over what? What over what?
Sine over cosine 係嘛？
Yes, very good. Sine theta over cosine theta. Very good. You give me a very good step. So next step, okay, so let's combine it. Okay, I have sine square theta here plus cosine theta. All right, so what should be the next step? Felix, continue. Any ideas? 有份數可以做啲咩？
通分母
通分母。So what is the denominator?
cosine theta
Cosine theta. What about the numerator?
sine square theta plus cosine square theta.
Very good. So can I do further simplification?
Yes.
How? Equals to
1 over cosine theta.
Very good. Thank you so much. Okay, so you can see the two steps that Felix told me. The first step, he changed tangent into sine over cosine. Then by using, okay, the combining the fraction, okay, 通分母, then he can use the second identity, which is the sine square theta plus cosine square theta equals to 1. So you finish your simplification. All right? So the last one, okay, I'll do it very quickly. So first step, you use, okay, 通分母. Then you will have cosine square theta plus 1 plus sine theta to the whole square. And then in denominator, you still keep it. But in numerator, you can expand it. The denominator, you keep it. The numerator, you expand it. Equals to 1 plus 2 sine theta plus sine square theta. The expansion of bracket. As you can see, I have cosine square and sine square, so I can combine it into 1. So 1 plus 1 plus 2 sine theta over cosine theta, 1 plus sine theta. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. At last, take out the common factor. Then you can simplify it. The answer is 2 over cosine theta. Finished. Okay? Can you guys follow? 有冇人覺得太快跟唔到？可以舉一舉手。Okay? Yes, Tommy, 你邊度跟唔到 ？A、B、C 邊一條跟唔到？
唔會啊，只不過真係太快，比較難跟，即係又唔係唔明嗰種咯。
OK， 得，咁你消化下，應該做得到嘅，我相信你應該做得到嘅。OK? Good. Anyone have questions here? If no, okay, then in the Chinese New Year holiday, I want you to do the practice. Okay, I want you to try to use this kind of identity and finish the questions. Okay, do the pre-lesson work up to page 12. Okay, up to page 12 of your notes. So it's very easy. From page 10 to page 12 as your pre-lesson work in the Chinese